All right, we want to solve this by factoring, and the first thing we're going to do is have it set equal to 0. Which means I got to move my 20x over by subtracting it. When I do this, I want to make sure I put this in order so I don't get confused. So our x squared term always comes first. I'm going to subtract 20x, but that kind of goes, that's usually my middle term. So I'm going to go ahead and order it in a way that it makes sense, because this is going to be my middle term or my b term. All right, I've got it set equal to 0, so the second thing I'm looking to do is factor, and the first factoring property I'm looking for is the greatest common factor. So greatest common factor between these three terms, I can actually pull out a 5, which is nice, makes it a little bit easier problem. And what's left over on the inside is something that looks like this. So lastly, I'm going to try to break this up into my two binomials. If I can do that, I can use that zero product property, and it's a nice easy problem. So I get, I've got an x and an x. Looking at this last term, it's either 1 and 4 or 2 and 2. I've got to get a difference of 4, so I know that that's going to be my 2 and 2. And then I need two things that multiply to a positive but add to a negative. That gives me two negative terms there. Split it up. Zero product property. 5 equals 0 doesn't make any sense. But x minus 2 equals 0 is one of my answers. And this is actually the same one. We don't have to write it twice. It's just a double root. What we call a double root. But we go through and we solve, and we get x equals positive 2. That's our only answer.